I know, one thing just occurred to me. Now that the police is gone, we should be able to investigate the alley. No? No investigating the alleyway where that guy died? One at the back of the club?
It just leads to a back alley.
Yeah, that's Xavier. Apologize to Xavier? No. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like we're able to back alley, so my ideal is incorrect. Head to the Baron. Talk to him.
Entschuldigung, Baron. Gabriel Knight ist hier, c'est Suzanne. Lassen Sie bitte ihn herein. Gabriel, what a pleasure to see you so soon.
Bringen Sie uns bitte ein zweites Glas Wein.
Hope I'm not taking advantage of your kind invitation.
Well, my invitations are meant to be kept. Come.
Warm yourself.
Come, sit by the fire.
I hope you like wine. I got hooked on the grape when I lived in France.
It's fine, Baron.
Call me Friedrich.
All right.
Good. I like to have things settled. You were going to tell me how you found the club and about your hunting in America.
Oh, there must be more interesting subjects.
No doubt. You are a man who runs deep, I suspect.
On my off days.
I find nothing more stimulating than a new companion. A fresh mind with treasures to reap. New thoughts like rare birds uncovered and examined, one by one. It is only when people know each other well that they run out of things to say.
May we never be so cursed. It's a great mask. Mind if I take a look?
Be my guest.
Interesting. Is it African?
No. Indian. I picked it up in Brazil.
Hmm. Von Glauer says it's Indian.
Alright, let's talk to him. Whoa. That's quite the, whoa. Piercing eyes. Where are you from?
Are you from Munich originally?
No, I was raised abroad. But both of my parents had deep Bavarian roots.
Really? Where abroad?
All over. France, England, South America, North America. I love to travel.
Who doesn't?
So tell me about your family.
The Von Glovers? We are not nearly as old a line as the Ritters, I'm afraid.
Do you have a wife? Children?
Good God. No.
You sound like someone else I know.
I've been picking up on certain similarities between us. Do you have relatives? How fair is the Ritter family tree?
I'm the last.
I too. I suppose all trees eventually stop bearing fruit.
I hear like, ew, women, or rather, ew, matrimony, children. Like,
How
tree's
did you
not gonna
not do
bear
it?
fruits by itself.
My circumstances were probably not much different than your own. I wanted to return to the land of my ancestors, and so I did. Which reminds me, you were going to tell me how the Ritter family ended up in America.
My grandfather. He left the family and went to New Orleans.
But you chose to return to the family. Why?
If you want to know the truth, I didn't have a hell of a lot of choice.
Yes. I understand.
Tell me about the club.
I'd prefer it if you formed your own opinions. To be perfectly frank, I could use a fresh perspective. That's one reason why I invited you to join us.
How about telling me about the other club members?
Ah, my select few. You find them valuable friends once you get to know them.
Did most of them come to the club through you?
For the most part. Though occasionally, fate throws one into my lap.
They're clearly using dark glasses so they can be empty and they don't have to fake
All of the
drink.
men at the club are from wealthy German families, I gather.
Yes, but it's not quite that simple. I am a believer in self-determination. Each man at the club must also be personally accomplished and gifted.
Really?
Absolutely. For example, von Eigner owns one of Germany's biggest meat butchering plants, and he runs an elite private brewery. It's true he inherited the business, but he's expanded it a great deal.
A butchery. Huh. And the others?
Price is recognized as one of the best trial lawyers in Germany. He seems pleasant enough in person, but you would be surprised how vicious he can be in a courtroom.
And Henneman?
Is with the government. He has a prominent position and is an acknowledged contender for higher office.
Really? How high?
There have been newspaper reports that predicted the highest.
That would be convenient for his friends, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Such men are an asset to everyone who knows them.
And Baron von Zell?
Von Zell's family owned the majority of stock of one of Munich's oldest banks.
In his own personal accomplishments?
Gar is a quite promising young man. He was always top of his class, the best at anything he did.
I keep picking up a past tense here.
You haven't seen him at his best. He's going through a rough spot lately, I'm afraid.
It definitely seems very jumpy.
There's something about the club I don't quite understand.
Yes?
I get the feeling you're not your average, ordinary hunting club.
No?
Well, that room in the basement, for instance.
I gather you've been exploring.
Well, the door was open.
It doesn't matter. You are right. Yes. The Königlich Bayerische Hofjagdloge is more than just a hunting club. We share certain philosophical beliefs as well.
I'm curious about these philosophical beliefs of yours. Can I talk you into enlighten me?
Are you really interested?
Yes.
I'm glad. You seem to be the sort of man who would appreciate our way of thinking. The men at the club and I, it is our desire to reconnect with our true physical nature.
Go on.
Think of it this way. What makes men different from any other species on this planet? Civilization, of course. Oh, it's not a bad thing, human society. But it has come at a terrible price. Through civilization, man has lost his physical self, his sensory power, his instinct, if you will.
We should go back to the times when men used to rip each other apart.
A dulled, rusted blade.
In the heart of a
Those were
woman.
good days.
Picture a beast in the woods. It is alert. It smells. It sees. It feels everything around it. It can tell where some other animal has passed days before, where food is to be found. It can sense danger. You put civilized man in the woods, and he's comparably deaf, dumb, and blind.
I hear you, but isn't some of that related to physical makeup? Our senses of smell and hearing aren't as sharp as those of wolves, for example.
That's just it. Surely men once had those abilities. As generations of city dwellers failed to use their most acute senses, genetically they started to fall away, the way limbs wither when not exercised. I believe we can hold this degeneration. And not only hold it, but recover that which was lost.
It's an interesting concept. Do you have any proof that such powers are recoverable?
Proof? I felt things myself. Keener hearing, sharper smells, but documentable proof? That is harder. To what extent we can recover these primal abilities, and what some of those abilities might prove to be, that is what we still struggle to find out.
You're very convincing, Friedrich. There's no doubt that the potential is fascinating. How does one go about trying to get back in touch with one's physical self? Does it have something to do with hunting?
You are right. That's part of it, yes. Man is, or was, a predator. But unfortunately, he was too smart for his own good. He figured out how to raise his prey in pens. Hunting helps us get back in touch with our predator soul.
Do you? Get back in touch with your predator soul?
Some of us have been more successful at tapping into that than others.
So how has this philosophy affected the men in the club?
The men at the club are all excellent specimens who have used the philosophy to increase their success and power.
So your woods becomes corporate headquarters, your prey the competition.
Some of the technique can be applied, yes. When the senses are primed, one can pick up all sort of feedback that is normally lost in the haze.
Speaking hypothetically, do you think it would be possible to take this philosophy too far?
Funny that should occur to you so quickly. It hadn't occurred to me for the longest time. I hope not.
Have you ever heard of the Black Wolf?
Whoa.
I'm so sorry.
Whoa.
It's all right.
Gunther! Würden Sie das bitte reinigen?
You barely got me.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
Danke. I feel so clumsy. Danke, Gunther. What was it you asked again?
I asked if you'd ever heard of the Black Wolf.
Of course, you did. I suppose you just startled me. These killings in the papers. They've really got me derailed.
Any particular reason?
People getting slaughtered. Children. In broad daylight. Nature can seem cruel, but it is orderly. It does not waste or torture. Not like this.
Mm-hmm.
And with the club, espousing what we do, our philosophy does not support this kind of thing.
I'm sure that's true.
I apologize. It's just, I'm concerned that we are not put in the best of light under these circumstances. To promote hunting when these atrocities in the papers. You must understand. The nature I promote is not a murderer. When a healthy beast kills,
You could see how
it takes
Klingman
only
in
what
his
it needs to
language of
survive.
death comments
And it does so
fit very well with the philosophy of the club.
It is only the man who is capable of such a pointless slaughter. I'll be glad when this has passed. I'm sure the other men feel the same way.
I'm not sure what else.
Okay.
Von Glauer says it's Indian. Von...
I don't know if there's anything else for me to do here.
I'm not sure what else. That's me. Well, I hate to say it, but I should go.
It's been a rare pleasure.
Yeah. I've been kind of isolated over here myself.
I'll see you at the club tonight, won't I?
Oh, right.
And perhaps you'd like to come over for a drink after that? To give us a chance to talk some more about the others.
I'd like that. Thanks.
I need like a vest like that to wear at home. That immediately makes you feel a lot more refined. Let me go Saber again, I guess.
Miss the night.
Kommissar Lieber?
Sit down.
I don't have any more. I don't have any. I still.
Oh, that's what I was missing.
Grossberg. Didn't Lieba say that was the name of the guy who was killed last night? Gross.
Okay.
I don't have any.
That should have probably unlocked a new destiny. No? Oh, I probably need to take down the address with my notebook? Yes, okay. It feels like you could remember an address for just like a second, but apparently no, we're gonna just write something in our notebook. Which is, by the way, nowhere near as long as the actual address. But Alright,
Still,
that probably
I don't.
does it for the commissar. Hmm. I'm gonna talk to my lawyer. He might be able to tell me. Press it. Oh, it's a phone number. That's why. Okay. Go back to Lockham. Enter phone number.
Hello?
Hello, my name is Knight. I'm an American associate of Herr Grossberg's.
Yes? I was just calling the people in Herr Großberg's address book to notify them. Have you heard that Herr Großberg has...
Yes, I know about his death.
Yes, I'm sorry. Would you mind giving me your name again so I can check you off the list?
Knight.
Ella Hoffman... I'm not finding you.
Could you check under Vaughn? It's Vaughn Knight.
Oh, so... Yes, von... Von Eigner, von Frank, von Stein...
Von
You're not under
Eigner?
Von either.
Excuse me, did you say Von Agner?
Yes?
Do you know Von Agner?
I don't know him. I don't know most of Großberg's business contacts.
Grossberg knew him.
If this is about money, you're out of luck. All the accounts are locked until someone comes in and takes over. Besides, there's nothing in them anyway.
Really? Well, could you just look up an account balance for me?
I can't. The address book is all I have. The police have taken Herr Großberg's ledgers.
Oh, well, thank you.
Goodbye.
Okay. Yeah, okay. This might be it. We might be ready to go to the club for the night. Oh, the walk. The walk. Oh. One of the worst parts of this game. No?
I think.
Hmm. Oh.
It's in German. I don't. And I thought.
Hmm.
Dead thing. Just the right size for the big bad wolf to. I think I.
Have you talked to my lawyer again? I'm not sure what he would need to talk to me about. Yeah, this is just looking up. Aha!
You mentioned the possibility of my using your secretary for research?
Anytime.
Great. I wouldn't ask, but I need a newspaper search done, and my German sucks.
No problem. What exactly are you looking for?
Missing persons. Actually, missing persons cases that occurred in or near forested areas.
How far back do you want to go?
10 years?
Okay, I can spare her later in the day. We should have it ready for you by tomorrow.
Great. Thanks. I don't...
Yeah. Maybe now we actually finished everything. Maybe? Hopefully. Running back and forth through Marienplatz. Having a great time, loving Munich. Beautiful city. How about now? Yes, okay, something is happening.
Good night.
And you, Herr Price? You look a little wet.
Oh, I was visiting a friend nearby, and I thought that I should take a shower before the others arrived. I was a bit automatic.
What does being aromatic mean?
Well, how thoughtful.
Alright, at least we have somebody to have a chat with.
Herr Price?
This guy has a demeanor.
Yes.
He's like, I live to fuck people. That's about it.
Baron von Glau mentioned that you're a lawyer.
Yes. And fortunately for me these days, I have enough money to where I only have to take those cases which interest me. I enjoy my leisure time.
And what do you do with your leisure time?
I entertain.
I fuck.
Probably a dumb question, but what sort of entertaining do you do?
Do you like women, Herr Knight?
I've been known to.
I adore them. You might call it an obsession. The stalk, the dance, the bait, the hook.
And what do you do once you've hooked him?
Oh, you know. You're quite the pleasurist yourself. Or have I misread you?
You're probably just getting a whiff of the past, Herr Price. What do you think of the club philosophy?
It works, doesn't it?
Does it?
We're all animals, but I deny it.
So you don't believe in suppressing anything?
Why would I want to suppress my urges? If your body wants something, it must be natural.
Well, what if you get the natural urge to rip someone's throat out?
Well, fortunately, my instincts run to pleasure. Of the equally sticky but less fatal kind.
I
What about those whose instincts are fatal, Shouldn't they suppress?
I believe that nature handles that scenario when it occurs at night.
And how does it do that exactly?
In the wild, when a member of society does not conform, he is hunted down and executed. End of mutant instinct. And its genetic bloodline.
Tell me about the other club members.
Oh, they're all right. Don't worry about Vonzel. He's a bastard to everyone these days.
PMS?
I don't know what his problem is. Oh, he's always been an arrogant bastard, competitive on the hunts, ambitious. But still, aren't we all? No, he was decent enough at one time. In fact, he was one Glora's favorite. And he was an asset as a friend. But things change.
And what about the other club members?
Like who?
Henneman, for example. I've heard he's in line for a position extremely high up in the government.
Henneman, he is a drunk. His days as a political superstar are over. My friends at the courthouse tell me that he has been marked for early retirement. One less politician to worry about, huh?
When did Von Zell begin to change?
Oh, he's been getting worse for a long time. I remember a hunting trip about a year ago. That was the last time I remember that we were all together and having a good time. He must have started getting difficult after that.
Seems like you've pretty much written Von Zell off yourself. Any particular reason?
Look, it's one thing when he insults the rest of us. But when he insults the Baron,
Oof.
I heard him arguing once. When Glover told Von Zell he acted stupidly about something or the other.
You get so upset that your mic peaks.
He told the Baron that he was weak. Bastard. I don't know why the Baron didn't get away with it. I mean, I would have said something at the time, but, well, it was a private conversation.
Uh-huh. When was this?
I don't know. 5, 6 weeks ago?
How was Von Zell an asset as a friend?
He is a banker.
Are you saying he loaned you money?
He's always willing to help out his good friends.
Why would anyone in this club need money? I thought y'all were models of success.
Yes, well, fortunately, I took less advantage of Von Zell's hospitality than some.
Have you ever heard of the Black Wolf?
Yes.
You do?
Really, where?
Oh, I don't know. Just sounds familiar.
Will you tell me if you remember?
Of course. The reinforcements have arrived. Now you'll have someone new to probe, Herr Knight.
My brilliant man, good cheer to you both. Where's the beer?
Guten Abend, meine Herren. Good evening.
Guten Abend.
Wieder eine Sterne messen, bitte. Abend.
Abend. Baron von Zell.
Meine kleine Familie. How are you all this evening? Gabriel, I'm glad you could join us.
need to speak with the Baron. Enjoy your evening, Herr Knight.
Thanks. I will.
Baron. May I speak to you for a minute?
What is it, Bryce?
Gentlemen,
Yes, Herr Knight?
what have you been talking about? Want to share with the class?
Just wanted to grab a magazine.
Then grab one.
Boy, Von Fell really is a
Thanks.
dick.
Ich bin sicher, es ist kein Reiter.
And then we're gonna put a surprise inside the magazine. Namely our tape recorder.
That's a thought. Just wanted to put this magazine back.
No, speak into the magazine, thank you. Quality is hard to find otherwise. Man, people look serious tonight.
Hey,
Can I join you in a moment, Gabriel? Price and I are almost finished.
okay. I'll be around.
The thing is this.
Ich habe meinen Nachmittagstermin abgesagt. Wir treffen uns hier um 4 Uhr.
Ja, so viel ich weiß. Ja, so, good evening, Herr Knight.
Henneman, Von Agner?
You care to join us?
Sure. Thanks. Have you guys heard about the mutilation killing last night? Happened right around the corner.
Awful, simply awful.
I had meant to get a newspaper, but the time got away from me. Do you have any details?
A few. The victim was a man named Grossberg. He ran a furrier business in town.
Horrible. You know, this zoo wolf business is inexcusable. The mayor has been spoken to, and quite seriously. Even the prime minister is concerned.
Did you know Grossberg, Herr Von Eck?
Me? Grossberg? Why, no. Why do you ask?
I just thought you're both in the animal processing business.
Munich is a big city, Herr Knight.
So it is. Ah, well, I was just curious. So, what were y'all talking about when I came up?
Tomorrow's little excursion. Will you be joining us?
Our monthly hunting trip.
A hunt trip? Really? Where?
Our lodge is at Eppenberg. It's in the Bavarian National Forest. We leave tomorrow afternoon.
Well, gosh, you know, that sounds great, but I need to have my gun cleaned and...
Oh, there are plenty of guns at the lodge.
Von Eigner, perhaps the Baron did not mean for Herr Knight to join us quite so soon.
Oh, hell, why not? Baron?
Von Eigner?
Our hunting trip tomorrow. Will our new American friend be going with us?
Tonight? Well, I don't see why he could.
Of course not. He's not a club member. He's probably not even registered with the license office.
Nonsense, Gar. The sooner we get to see his technique, the better. We'll just slip him in, and he can register properly when we get back.
But that's not legal.
Since when do you care about legalities? It's only a hunting license?
I agree. I would enjoy Gabriel's presence very much.
Well, enough said. The Baron should certainly get whatever he wants, shouldn't he?
Ooh. Got a little uprising in the club.
It will be an interesting exercise at that.
What a jerk.
pardon.
Gentlemen, excuse me, please.
I apologize for not getting to you sooner. Have you been enjoying yourself?
Oh, it's been loads of fun.
Good. I'm glad you're going with us tomorrow. We don't get started until the afternoon, so won't have to worry about staying up late tonight.
I have to warn you, my hunting's kind of rusty.
I'm sure you'll do just fine.
Was? I demand to know what you're doing at this club.
Me?
Pardon, Monsieur.
Really?
Are you aware that this guest of yours has been asking intimate questions? Poking around in our personal affairs? He must be a reporter. Or the police.
What do we have to fear from a reporter or the police? Although I can promise you her night is neither.
You don't care that he's prying into our private business? What possible motive could he have?
Gar! Please. He's my guest. You're the one who's turning that into an inquisition.
Then it is on your head.
I apologize for that.
You keep defending me. I'm not exactly helping the harmony around here.
Believe me, the harmony was shattered a long time before you came. Von Zell gets territorial. I'm tired of it, frankly.
Well, I should go anyway. I wanted to clean up before tonight.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Oh,
Good enough
night,
tonight.
night.
I should be home soon. See you then.
All right, end of chapter 3. Oh god, that looks just terrible. That post-processing filter. God bless our talisman. All right, chapter 4. Which, as you can imagine, goes back to Grace. Boy, that's a bad nightmare. That's Ludwig, I think, right? Ooh. People shouldn't sleep in that bed. It really gives you bad dreams. Last time we saw somebody dream of a dragon. Alright, let me make a save. Start of chapter 4. Everybody talking to Gerde. We're gonna go another, I think, 10 minutes or so. Oh.
I wonder what Gerde's up to. I wonder.
Okay, well, let's head out. I guess we don't get nobody grabbing our mail, huh? Let's get that to the post. Ding.
Guten Tag.
Grüß Gott, Frau Nakimura. Ich habe etwas für Sie.
Oh, it's from Gabriel.
Ja, das ist vom Schattenjäger. Ja.
No, I think you... Gabriel is a working partner.
Sure. You know she doesn't speak German, right?
Never mind. Danke.
Bitte, brauchen Sie noch etwas?
No, there's nothing I need to do at the moment. Thank you.
Bitte.
Alright, let's see what Gabriel wrote to me. Being the giant jerk he is.
Gracie, you decided to come over. That's great. Guten Tag and all that. I'm sure you and Gerde are hitting it off. Thanks for finding the werewolf book. I'm not sure what it all means, but it might be useful. But Ludwig II, you know, I think you might have something there. Ubergrau says there are 2 places you should check out. Ludwig had a castle called New Swan something, and there's a museum about him here in chemistry. Something like that. I really think you should spend some time looking into it. Don't worry. Things are going very smoothly this time around. I've tracked a suspect to a hunt club run by a man named Von Glauer. He seems okay, but I'm sure there's something going on with at least one of the others. Don't worry, though. I met a police detective named Lieber, so I have backup. I'll be finished soon. Sit tight and enjoy your visit till I get there. Gabriel.
What does he think? I'm on vacation here? And no address. Thank you very much, Mr. Knight.
What are these things? Oh, this is the letter. To King Ludwig II. Let's go talk to our friend Huber. Oh, and these guys actually.
Hello there, dear. Hi, I'm Grace Nakamura from the castle. Am I interrupting? Heavens, no.
Have a seat, Miss Nakamura.
Well, I might. For a moment.
Isn't this nice? We just finished our breakfast. Do you want something?
No, thanks.
Good for you. I can never turn down food myself. Now you just tell us all about it, Sugar Pie.
You mentioned the other night that you were a demonologist. What is that exactly?
Well, it's not as bad as it sounds, honey. What Emma and I really do is to help protect people.
Protect them from what?
Well, do you believe in the devil, Miss Nakamura?
I believe in good and evil, if that helps.
Oh, but Satan and his demons are real, and they will attack the living. And most folks don't know what to do once they've been attacked. We try to help protect people.
How can you protect people from demons?
Best protection is faith in God, of course. But sometimes faith isn't enough. Sometimes we have to delve into the supernatural in order to protect others. Your Schottenjoggers are just the same.
We are? I mean, he is?
Of course! The warriors of light are rare these days, but they do exist all around the globe.
That's interesting. I just read about a group called Manos del Sol in Brazil. So the Ritters aren't the only Schottenjägers.
Well, they're probably the only ones to use that title, but others have been chosen for the battle.
Do you know anything about King Ludwig II?
Sure, we saw his castles, didn't we, Mother?
We sure did. Why do you ask?
Well, I found a letter in the Schottenjäger library warning Ludwig about the Black Wolf.
Who wrote the letter?
One of Gabriel's ancestors. A Schottenjäger.
Seems like whoever was using me as a megaphone helped you find that letter. Perhaps you should follow the path something's pointing at. Look into Ludwig.
I intend to.
The other night you said something about the Black Wolf. What did you mean? Where did you hear that name?
I wasn't the one talking.
I don't understand.
Well, that's quite all right. The point is, it would be a very good idea to answer those questions, and we must work together to do so. Of course I'll help you, Pumpkin. I'd like to know myself, wouldn't I? It isn't every day one's taken over by a disembodied spirit, and I don't much care for it, thank you.
You're not talking about a seance, are you?
Oh, heavens no.
Thank God.
Emma's right. I'm much better at tarot cards. I can read for you or for someone else if you prefer.
So all you do is read tarot cards. That's really all, huh? Okay.
Are you sure you don't know anything about the Black Wolf?
I never did, dear. I told you. Really, you mustn't confuse the vessel with the voice. All I remember was seeing a very bright flash like lightning. Next thing I knew, Emma had me outside. Whatever it was very powerful. Very powerful.
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to do my tarot reading.
Don't you worry now. I know what I'm doing. Push your vital energies into the cards.
I mean, you know, I don't believe in tarot reading.
Is your soul
But then again, I'm also not living in a
that
reality
which
where I'm
applies to
fighting
all of your
werewolves.
lifetimes.
So.
It's the Empress. Oh, that's a good one.
What's it mean?
It means that your soul's journey is one of leadership. There's great strength here and intelligence. This card represents what you're like in this lifetime. It's the Chariot. Self-discipline. Control. You need to feel you have a plan, that you're testing your abilities. The Chariot's very masculine. In combination with the Empress, it tells me that you're currently exploring your male side. You will seek out great achievement, but it does have its price.
Doesn't sound anything like me.
Yes, dear. The third card represents the other. You've pulled the Magician. Who is he, dear?
Excuse me?
Your other, the Magician. Oh, this is a very powerful card. Major Arcana.
My other?
Everyone has an other. Let's see. I bet it's the Schottenjäger. What's his name?
The Schottenjäger? Gabriel Knight.
A name of power. He is powerful, this one. The Magician is dexterous and cunning, mischievous and manipulating.
That's Gabriel, all right.
And very strong with magical and occult powers. Now this is interesting because your card, the Chariot, is all logic and reasoning, while his, the Magician, is spiritual and intuitive. You two are quite a pair. The fourth card shows what you're trying to achieve at this moment, your immediate destiny. It's the Strength or Lust card.
Ooh.
Lust? Not that kind of lust, dear. It's a trial card. Finding the strength to continue some difficult journey. It also represents the integration of conflicting energies. That must be your Chariot and his Magician energies. Strength also means bonding those energies, loving without judgment, learning to love the beast.
Uh-huh.
What is this trial, dear? Do you know?
Well, Gabriel and I are involved with the case right now.
It will be a hard time. You must let your love give you power. Use the positive energy of your union or you may not succeed.
I think you have the wrong idea. Gabriel and I just work together.
Yes, dear. But if I might just suggest, when you're facing negative forces, the positive energy of love is a very vital weapon. You make yourself vulnerable when you resist your own tools.
Wow, that's been helpful.
I hope so, dear.
What about tarot for Gabriel
Maybe we
himself?
should do a reading for Gabriel.
Oh, let's! It's a little like spying on someone unawares, but what the heck? Reach out to the cards and to think about his essence. His soul card is the Magician. Yes, dear, it reflects your other exactly.
Well, maybe, but I'd rather hold out for David Copperfield.
And his lifetime card? Oh, goodness. The Lovers.
You mean the sole purpose of his life is in his pants? Doesn't surprise me.
It's not what you think, dear. It's a duality card. As a lifetime card, it refers to Gabriel's own duality. Good versus evil, physical pleasure versus spiritual growth, that kind of thing. His challenge is to integrate the conflicting parts of himself. Until he does, he'll never find peace. And you will find peace when you acknowledge all of him. Find a way to love the worst as you already love the best.
You're really reaching.
Mother.
His other is the High Priestess.
Let me guess. That's me, right?
No, dear, it's not. The High Priestess represents psychic mysteries, deep wisdom. This is a very different energy from your earthy one. This must be our connection. To the voice, dear! Someone is trying to communicate with Gabriel. This force is represented by the High Priestess.
That's not much help. What about the Black Wolf?
But it is a help, dear. The High Priestess is a spiritual guide card if ever there was one. The message must have been a warning.
If this force is connected to Gabriel, and if he's so very psychic, then why doesn't it just go to him? Why say it to me?
Maybe Gabriel's blocked. Maybe he's purposefully blocking. There is that duality business. Let's go on and see if it becomes clear. The fourth card, remember, represents the current situation. It's death.
Oh. Nothing to worry about then.
Now you just leave interpretation up to me, Sugar Pie. It's a transformation card, dying to one thing and being born to another. It is painful, but it isn't necessarily bad. Two of Wands. Oh my.
Ooh, that sounds bad.
A 2 is not good here. Wands is Mars in Aries. That's a war card. In conjunction with the death card, there are 2 possible transformations.
2 transformations?
Yes, dear. Gabriel is waging a spiritual battle. The transformation might be good or evil. That must be the purpose of the High Priestess. She's trying to guide him.
So you think he really might be in danger?
Oh, yes, dear. Gabriel's very essence is at stake. If he takes the wrong path with his powers, Emma and I will stay in town. You must let me know if anything else happens that we can read for clues. Let the Force use you.
I'd better go.
Anytime you need us, stop by.
And be careful now.
Thanks.
Still feels like that reading didn't really help us in any concrete way, and was saying just a bunch of very random nonsense. Let's talk to Huber. Huber knows it.
Herr Huber?
Yes?
Look at how nice he is.
I was wondering if you've changed your mind about telling me where Gabriel is. It's really important.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Aw.
Thanks.
Bitte.
So let's try to play just as long as we need to get out of Rittersburg.
Gerde's here. I wonder what she's up to.
Like,
Oh my god. Gerde was in love with Wolfgang.
well, duh.
Boy, do I feel stupid or what?
Did you not notice the giant picture of Wolfgang that was on her bedstand? Come on. Doesn't speak greatly of your ability.
I wonder what kind.
As a investigator, Grace, I should be honest. Make this up. So we can just go in. Yes, thank you.
Grace.
Down. Let's get a rose.
Grace,
right.
now.
Funny, there should be a faster way of going around town, but nope, that's about it. Alright, let's make up.
There. That's better, don't you think? I'm so sorry. I was an idiot.
Oof.
Gabriel and
Equalizer here.
We never. I know. It's my fault.
Well, no, it's his fault.
It's Gabriel's fault. He
Yep.
never tells me anything. I don't know why he didn't want me on this case. Maybe he just... Don't even try to make excuses for him. Still, he's up to his neck in it, I think. Will you help me out with something? Of course. I have to do some research on Ludwig. I want to go see some of his castles. Take Gabriel's car.
There's a map of southern Bavaria in the car. Ludwig's castles are all marked.
Thanks.
Alright. We meet up with Gerda. That's the important thing. And that's the lesson, right? Even if you're really dumb and make a very dumb mistake, at least be able to apologize. It kind of felt like she kind of, shifted the blame to Gabriel instead, but hey, what can you do? Let's see, do you have anything for me? No. Alright. Neuschwanstein, Rittersburg, and Herring Kimsey. Let's go with the showstopper first. Neuschwanstein. Look at this beauty. And this is where we're gonna call it for tonight. We'll be back next week. Maybe actually sometime this weekend. I'll see if I have time either tomorrow or Friday, tomorrow or Saturday. To kind of push it forward. Again, we only have officially 2 more scheduled plays before I leave for vacation, and I definitely want to finish the game before I leave. And Chapter 4 tends to be a little on the longer side of things, so we might try to squeeze in a little more extra time. But in the meantime, you can find my stuff on twitch.tv/gameswithnick and youtube.com/gameswithnick, Nick spelled N-I-C. And I should be back either in the next couple of days, or if not, definitely on Sunday with some Ocarina of Time playing through that. So thank you for watching, and until next time.